everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today's a special day. I'm going to be making my mom a birthday cake. One of her favourite cakes is carrot cake. That's exactly what we're going to be making today. This recipe is incredible. It's moist, it's packed full of flavour, the texture is unbelievable. And we're going to be topping it off with a wonderful vanilla and orange cream cheese frosting. You guys are going to love it. Right, before we get started, 87% of you guys that watched the videos in the last 28 days have not clicked that button. So please click that subscribe button right away. That would be really appreciated. Thank you very much. Now all that's out of the way, let's get into today's recipe. Right guys, first we're going to start with the dry ingredients. So in a bowl you're going to sift in 130 grams of self-raising flour along with half a teaspoon of bicarbonate soda equaling to around 3 grams. Now once you've done that, you're going to add in a teaspoon of ground cinnamon along with approximately 1 teaspoon of freshly grated nutmeg. Now get yourself a whisk and give it some whiskey business to combine it all together, and simply set it to one side. Now get yourself a large bowl so you have a lot of space to work with, and you want to crack in 2 eggs along with 150 grams of soft brown sugar. You can use dark or light, it's up to you. If you want a more rich molasses flavour, use dark. If you don't, use light. And you want to whisk this together until you achieve a nice pale mixture. It's a bit of a workout, but bear with me. Now once you've whisked enough and it's nice and light and pale in colour, you're going to slowly pour in 90 milliliters of vegetable oil whilst continuing to whisk so it incorporates evenly. If you've got a stand mixer at your disposal, feel free to use it. It'll be a lot faster and easier that way. I just wanted to show you how to do it by hand. Once all the oil is evenly incorporated, you're going to add in 230 grams of carrot, which I've peeled and finely grated on a box grater. And now just mix it in until it's well combined, then add a generous pinch of fine flaked sea salt and mix that in as well. Now I'm going to process some walnuts in my fruit processor until they're nicely blitzed up. You can have them chunky, you can have them really fine, it's totally up to you. Whatever you prefer, I like mine in between. But if you don't have a fruit processor, just chop the nuts up using a knife. Once you've chopped all your nuts up, add it to the batter along with the dry ingredients, and then carefully fold it into the batter. Try your best to not overmix, because then the carrot cake will be really dry and tough. Just mix it in until there's no dry lumps of flour left. You could also add some fruit like dates and raisins, they go great in a carrot cake. Alright guys, here I've got a 22.5cm, 8.5 inch non-stick roast tin, which I've lightly greased with butter and also coated it with some flour. That's going to make sure it never sticks to the tin. And as you can see, I've also lined it with a strip of non-stick parchment paper. These strips of parchment paper are going to act like handles, making it much easier to release from the tin once it's baked. So now pour your batter into your prepared tin. Right guys, now you want to make sure your oven is preheated to 180 degrees, and you're going to bake this for approximately 50 minutes or until the skewer inserted into the centre comes out completely clean. Wow, that smells amazing. And you're going to put the carrot cake on a wire rack, left in the tin to allow it to cool for about 5 or so minutes. Then carefully remove it from the tin and allow it to cool completely. Now while the carrot cake is cooling down, I'm going to show you how to make a beautiful vanilla and orange cream cheese frosting. It's delicious. I'm going to be making enough frosting for 2 carrot cakes, just so you know. So you want to combine together 200 grams of soft cream cheese, which has been chilled, along with 45 grams of room temperature softened butter, and you want to properly beat it together until it's well combined and it's nice and smooth. Then you're going to sift in 200 grams of icing sugar. That's to get rid of all the lumps in the sugar. If you don't do this, the sugar will make your frosting really lumpy, which isn't ideal. When you come to mixing it in, be careful, because icing sugar has a tendency to fly everywhere. So just gently mix it in until icing sugar is incorporated. Now when the icing sugar is all incorporated, I like to change it to a whisk. Just make sure it's nice and smooth. But again, if you've got a stand mixer at your disposal, feel free to use it. Alright guys, now once this is nice and smooth, I'm going to add some vanilla. So I'm going to add about 1 to 2 teaspoons of vanilla bean paste to my frosting. Right, I'm also going to add a bit of orange zest. It's going to add a lovely fresh orange flavour to this frosting. But make sure you don't add the white pith, because that's really bitter. Now whisk it all together until it's beautifully incorporated. Now ladies and gentlemen, that is the frosting done. Now let's go to the next step. Get your carrot cake, that should be nice and cool, and spread half the amount of frosting on top, because this amount of frosting does enough for 2 carrot cakes, as I've already said, and spread it out evenly. And I like to top it off with some extra orange zest for a better colour, as I'm going to be posting this on my Instagram, so if you're not following me yet, please go and do that right away. Once you decorate the cake and it looks gorgeous, put the cake in the fridge for about half an hour. That'll fill up the cake and the frosting, making it a bit easier to slice. And there you have it, ladies and gentlemen, that is my carrot cake. I hope you enjoyed. Please like and subscribe, and please don't forget to click that notification bell as well, so that you get notified whenever I upload a new video. But for now, take care guys, and peace. See you next time.